When the calamity threatened, Ravan led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. Cartano? Oh yeah, where the Bahamut got unleashed. I pray with all my heart the Archon Louisois would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom visit this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask for myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You're rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorsia. In much the same way, I believe that measures of the monarch lies in how she led her people in the times of adversity. Whatever, I'll just continue. If I am to be Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. Excuse me. I have chosen my path, Twilight. With El Amigo now freed from the Imperial chains, I finally see the way to aid the refugees. Good, you should. Already. Already. Many displaced of El Amigo seeks to begin the life of the long trek home. And as you well know, our teaching schools shall be waiting to accept any who wish to learn the new trades. Realistically, however, it may take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have the years. People will need shelter and employment if they are to survive. And this time, Ul'dah's treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate necessary funds, of course, another question. Why do you ask the member of the syndicates for advice? Why not seek advice of one who employs refugees? Let's try this one. A wise suggestion. Mishap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. A proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he's one of the few who pays refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Gilbert Mandreville? Oh my god. Then I need to explain the eccentric nature. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see the word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Gilbert should be only too glad to receive us. He's gonna be really happy, actually. Oh, the airship. Airship! Time to fly, ladies and gentlemen. Air landing. I have ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. And the music begins. Oh god. I remember playing this song in Final Fantasy 15. Hello, ladies. I had heard descriptions of this splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here for frittering away the royal coin. Albert will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Oh, it's on the second floor? To the second floor! Oh, God. I believe this is where we are to be to Master Manderville. Shall we sit while we wait for his coming? Yes. My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Govard. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When my son's good friend and the Sultana herself come calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how the crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You're aware, I am sure, that many of Elmigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return their newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them their suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting and your fresh choice of companions to suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion, I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Udal's wealth to save Alamagan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most sympathetically, I agree with your grace that the rich must have housing and employment. But what profit is there for Udal in the arrangement? Profit, after all you have done for Albania displacement, you're the very last person to benefit from this fortune. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to laboring under a misapprehension. This fine endeavor to support one's fellow man, I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. The intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indulgent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it. We expect it. But then we must consider Udal's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely it is not your grace's intention to foster contentment, but to spread goodwill. Indeed, then any support I pledge to the refugee must be from own self unless also serving the interests of the people of Buddha. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the return Alamican. Even as it generates revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. Okay. You have given me much to ponder, Master Manderville. I thank you for your candor. The Sultana Diary is done! Woo! What should I have? Is this sushi? Screw it, I'm getting this. Oh, I'm getting all three. Okay. For standing about I shall consider my lesson learned. Press on. Twilight, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? Any attempt at the trophy and obliged to reap the profit? It seems wise to consult someone with a knack for business. What about Alpha now? Ordinarily, I would not trust any agents of the East Central Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I'm content to be led by you. You may repay my faith in resisting Kugame and speak with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I can't even talk today. I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as an adventurer, or won't you do, I shall wait for your report by the Ethernet Noodle. I fear you journey to you, Twilight, in a swift one, if you please. Kukugane! Ugh. And the music is gone. Okay, Ether Ride. Yeah, the Ruby Bazaar. Ruby Bazaar! Yeah, let me go to the offices. How many do I have left for these, Let me check, wait. How's my quality going? Oh. Okay, it's going fine, okay. No, not the clock. I need to go to Lowstone. I need to... Where are the patch notes? Where are the patch notes? Oh, there they are. Full patch notes. Oh, they removed the names. And the locations. Oh, great. I don't even know where I am. I guess I'm like halfway. Well, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Here on business, boy. I beg your pardon? Your Grace the Sultana would have my opinions on how best to invest the wealth of Udon? My dear Twilight, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you come to me. Really flattered. But why settle for a low apprentice who could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her Grace than the Chairman Lolorito, and whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange the meeting for you, say at the Science former headquarters in Thanaland. The Waking Sense would seem the suitable neutral venture for the negotiation. Don't you think? Fare you well, Twilight, and may your dealings prove fruitful. Back to Udon Land. Let's just teleport there. I know it's cheaper to just walk there. Next cutscene. Oh, it wasn't a cutscene with voice. Welcome back, Twilight. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of its standings in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monetaries at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet the Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands to prepare for his coming. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had the occasion to visit. Work then, the hour of the meeting draws near. I would gather my thoughts, pray to see it that we have an appointed room to ourselves. Let there be voice, let there be voice.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help. You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Ul'dah and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Ul'dah. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Yes, Quarry Town certainly does carry the potential for profit. At least it would do were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market. It would cost more to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion. Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Alamigo, then Alagiri would once more become an important waypoint. But while such growth would greatly benefit its current residents, I'm afraid it could sustain little beyond that. that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Sultry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Ooh, that was interesting. I feel it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations, but I shall not complain. We have piqued Laredo's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Twilight. I could not have done it without you. I'm getting the sushi! Securing the Sultry. Nanamo is ready to move ahead with her plans. Of course, as decided, I shall return to the place and my many ministers begin working on implementing the particular of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Twilight, I would ask that you convey the details of my negotiations to Commander. Next on your return to Alamigo. Done and done. My thanks again. Together we had laid the groundwork of the endeavor which promises the benefit of the people of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Ugh. Wait, I need to escort you back. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. I'm spending so much money on teleport. Oh, I'm just glad I'm done with the weekly stuff in the game. What are you looking at? You're weird. You're a weird NPC. Well, you're back. What did Nanamo? Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So Robin says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but he isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. But I am pleased to hear she committed to helping our refugees. And this plan to revitalize the Sultry does make a lot of sense. Why? How you convince her to seek Laredo's help is another question. After all, that has happened. He is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But one more practical note, we say. Assuming the interim government elects to accept Uldah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investments. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Laredo too much control. Honestly, Alfino, it's like Kugani never happened. What exactly does the ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss the proposal with the Sultry residents. Westguard, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what what thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Will you mind coming along, Twilight? I need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. With what wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances might prove useful. Let's get the bird out. You know what? Screw the bird.